Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be looking at this 2022 Nissan Daizy here in the Shizuoka prefecture, right by the beach side. So as if you've noticed from the yellow plate, this is a K car and it is a really small size. So basically K cars in Japan are a limited number of length and also engine power, which is 55 horsepower. And you know, people like K cars in the US, the old ones, but I'm going to show you guys what a modern K car looks like. So over here on the front end we have LED headlights, high beams and low beams, and also we have LED daytime running lights over there. We can see the iconic Nissan V-shape and also the radar cruise control over here with parking sensors, so that's really neat. We can see over here the radiator, which is really small. The headlights are kind of small. You see how they come in the V-shape, and I think that, you know, on the front end this car looks, you know, pretty neat. Nothing aggressive, but you know, looks cute enough, I guess. Here we have the small 4-lugs tires, really small. These are 155s, 14-inch wheels, so that's really small. Then this one is a S hybrid, so that's really cool. So the engine on this car is 0.6 liters, 3-cylinder turbo, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And it makes 52 horsepower, and this one is a 4 doors, and it also has the key features over here, the keyless entry, which is really neat. And coming on the rear side, as we see here, this one is the Highway Star S hybrid, so it's basically one of the higher trims that has more options. And over here we can see on the back that it has a spoiler, kinda, that reflects. The taillights, neat looking taillights, LED taillights over here, and then just regular bulb reverse light and turn signal. As I said before, we got the parking sensors over here, and here we have the muffler that's shaking up a little bit just because of the small engine. And let's check the rear cargo. Here we have the rear cargo space, really small if you don't fold the seats down. As we can see here, not much space. Think of it, I mean, even on the US regular cars have more space than this, but basically you can fit 3 hands lengthwise, so not much space unless you fold the seats down, but I guess you don't need a lot of space on the K cars. And here, this is how you can move the seats up and down and left and right, so that's neat. Closing down the hood, since this is a right-hand drive car, we're gonna come on the right side. It also has a keyhole here to put the key, but it just looks kind of ugly to me. The mirrors are power mirrors, which is nice, so when you lock it in they close automatically. We got 4-way windows, even on the back they're electric. We got a ton of space over here, ton of space over here, speaker. But one thing about these K cars are that they are really thin, so this is the entire door, so if you get hit on the side on this thing, it's not gonna end up pretty, that's for sure. Over here on the right hand side we have the steering wheel, obviously because we're in Japan, and this is a cup holder for your drinks. And the dash is in kind of this like blue plastic leather-edish. It looks like it's leather, but it's plastic, it's hard plastic, but it looks kind of neat. Here we have the carpets, regular carpets, controls for the auto off and on switch, a regular manual seat. And let's hop on here. So this is the steering wheel for the car. It's a basic steering wheel, not flathead bottom, but it's a really nice size and kind of hardish plastic steering wheel, but it's not a bad quality at all. We have the switch for the infotainment over here in the front, which you can control settings, the fuel mileage, etc. Also the speed sign, since this has a camera over there. On the right hand side we have the co-pilot assist. Yes, this car has adaptive cruise control, and it also has automatic emergency braking, so that is really nice to see in the small cars. Over here in the middle we have the transmission, which is a CVT, and the electronic parking brake with auto hold feature, and also this AC system, which is the touchscreen, which is really neat. So you can tap it for the fan speed, tap it to change the direction, and also the other features like auto AC, front wheel chill, rear wheel chill, stuff like that. But really neat. I really like this, especially in the night. It's, you know, bright and really easy to see. Here in the middle we have huge space that goes across with a cup holder over there, so that's nice. We have the hazards here and also some vents. We got a basic infotainment system with Bluetooth and navigation, nothing fancy. And let's check the rear seats. Oh, also, one good thing about these cars is that there's a lot of headroom. So as you can see, there's a ton of headroom, and I'm 5'11", so even if somebody is like 6'4", it won't be a problem at all. Now let's check the rear space. Here we have the rear space. There is a ton of leg room, and the seats are comfortable too. So let's see here. So this is how much space there is. There is a ton of space. You can be really comfortable, but this comfortability comes at a cost of the rear seat, the rear luggage space, so that's a bummer. But we got two cup holders here too, and yeah, the rear seats are pretty basic. There's nothing else to it really, nothing fancy about it. And I also wanted to touch on the camera system on this thing, which is really neat. So take a look at the camera system. It has a reverse camera built in on the mirror, and also a 360-degree camera, which is insane. Obviously it's not touchscreen, but you can check the sides. Yep. And also the sensor, parking sensor. So that's really neat. You wouldn't expect that on a K car, a 360 camera, because that's really fancy. And also here on top we have the seatbelt signs, which tells you which seatbelt is unbuckled. So that's really neat for your family. And an emergency SOS system. So that is the modern K car, guys. What do you guys think? K cars have come a long way with the technology, and also transmissions, and even on the highways they are getting so much better. So even when you go 60-70 miles an hour, the CVT transmissions keeps the RPM low, so you don't stress out the engine too much. So these K cars are coming a long way from what they used to be, as we know in the States. Those 25-year-old K cars who, you know, have a ton of problems and not much engine power, you know, 4-speed transmissions, which are terrible on the highway. But these modern ones seems to have the problem solved for highway use and just regular daily use. The starting price for this Nissan Daizy, the basic trim, it roughly starts at around $9,000. And if you go on the highest trim, like this one with co-pilot assist, the navigation, the camera system, it goes to about $12,000-$13,000, which is not bad at all. And you know, these cars come with a factory warranty for 3 or 5 years from Nissan. So I think these are great little cars for the city and also some highway use here in Japan. Sadly, they don't come in the US, but you know, for other markets like Asia and Europe, maybe you can import one of these bad boys into your city. So that was today's video. If you guys have any questions or comments about this car, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.